And now, the Elder Scrolls Arena, as told by a complete noob. The best techniques are passed on by the survivors, Gaiden Shinji, Blade Master. For centuries, different factions battled in petty wars and border conflicts, until in 2E896, Tiber Septim crushed all those who opposed him and took control, proclaiming himself as Emperor. Still, the bitter years of war had its effect on the populace. Crap, it's going too fast for me to read. Different sides of the same coin toss every day. The people in the world began calling the land of their sorrow the Arena. Now, 492 years after Tiber Septim took control to keep the peace, the land of Arena has a new threat. The Emperor Septim the 7th celebrates his 43rd birthday, but Jail's heart's desire of the throne and put it in his downfall. It is said that the hope flies on death's wings. Prepare then, for as the Elder Scrolls foretold, it will be here that your adventure begins. Whew! Okay, let's start a new game because I wanted to show you the beginning. Uriel Septim IV, Emperor of Tamriel, stands with Talon, leader of the Imperial Guards. That's a typo, it's supposed to be 7. They have been summoned by Jagar Tharn, Imperial Battle Mage of the Empire, on rumors of treachery. The Emperor is betrayed. And transported to a dimension of Tharn's choosing. Because killing people isn't awesome enough. After months of preparation, Jagar Tharn takes the throne. Real Cell Mine! Once Tharn's apprentice is captured before she can warn the Elder Council of the Imperial Battle Mage's treachery, manipulating the essence of magic, Tharn prepares to take the true Emperor's place as ruler of the known land. The Imperial Wizard wastes no time in gathering his servants and turning them into twisted counterparts of the Emperor's guard. You naked. How do you wish to select your class? Alright, I want to show you the generator. If you don't want to see it, click on the annotation in the lower right, and it'll skip right to the game. 10 questions shall be asked that will determine the path of your destiny. The scroll bars roll the parchment up or down. Use the A, B, or C keys to answer the questions. You are at weapons practice with Arms Master Festil. He is very old now, but takes his teaching very seriously. In fact, you have heard him comment that it is all he has left in life. Today, he has ceaselessly taunted you at every mistake. Finally, he asks you to attack him with the same technique you just did in an effort to show you the proper execution. Do you do the technique just as fast so that he can block it, knowing that it is more important to allow the master to retain dignity regardless of your personal feelings? Attack him at full speed, knowing that you could probably score the hit and justify his unfair treatment of you by showing the class that you were actually doing it right. Refuse and leave practice, unable to compromise your anger with his dignity, and realizing that whatever course you choose would cause you to lose respect for either him or yourself. B. On a clear day, you chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. Do you draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life with a single thrust? Not interfere in the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about a strange animal that you have never seen before. Use herbs from your pack to put it to sleep, then free it from the claw snare and take it somewhere where it can be safe, knowing that in doing so, you will probably deprive a hunter and his family of sustenance. Oh, that's a tricky one. A good friend of yours is in love with a girl from a neighboring village, a girl who barely knows him. He is extremely shy and inexperienced, and he pleads for your help. Would you suggest he go to her immediately and declare his love? If the relationship is to be, he needs to be honest from the start. You'll offer to accompany him to the village for support. Find out more about this girl, using any contact he can find in her village. He will not be so shy if he knows something about her, and may even find out she is not the right girl for him. Let you help him write anonymous love letters and poems to see her reaction without needing to face her directly. If the reaction is favorable, he can talk to her friends in the village and arrange an accidental meeting. While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. Delighted, you take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. Do you drop the sweet roll and step on it, then get ready for the fight? Give him the sweet roll now without argument, knowing that later this afternoon you will have all your friends with you and can come and take whatever he owes you. Act like you're going to give him the sweet roll, but at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they'll pay attention to it long enough for you to get a shot in on the leader. One month after Tails and Talos, you look at the hoard of treats you have collected and find lots of brandied plums, a treat you particularly dislike. You know your sister likes them. Do you give her all your brandied plums? Trade the brandied plums for something she does not really like but you do. Pretend that they are excellent brandied plums and see if she will give you up something really good in exchange. A friend has on several occasions made remarks about how much he likes a particular gold ring of yours. One day you discover that this ring is missing, and after making a thorough search find it in a coat your friend had left in your pantry. Are you most inclined to ask your friend how he came about the ring, reasoning that it is highly probable that he found it and meant to return it to you? Confront him with his theft. You know that there is no way the ring just fell into his pocket by accident, and therefore he is nothing but a common thief who would betray you for material gain. Say nothing, deciding instead to wait and see what your friend does. If he is innocent or guilty, you will know by whatever actions he takes. At that time, you can confront him with the truth. The senior student in your weapons class has trounced you unmercifully for the past several years. Today is the tournament of students, and you find with dismay that you are paired against him for your first match. As you prepare, your friend approaches and offers to tell you of an injury the senior student suffered in yesterday's sparring class which you missed. Do you accept the offer, knowing that it would allow you to concentrate on the injured area and greatly increase your chances of beating him? Refuse the offer, knowing that win or lose, you would rather do it through your own skill and not some extra knowledge in what should be fair and honorable fight. Accept the offer, reasoning that it is better to have the knowledge in case you need it, and realizing that having the knowledge does not necessarily mean using it. You have a great aunt and a great uncle, living in 2 different nearby villages, both of whom have asked your father to allow you to live with them for a few weeks. Your father knows where he plans to send you, but he is curious about your opinion. Given the choice, would you rather live with your great aunt, a wise old woman of considerable wealth? Living in luxury for a few weeks could not only be enlightening, it could also be very interesting. Live with your great uncle, a sick old man who has always been something of a stranger to you. A few weeks with him may be arduous, but he is in more need of your help than your great aunt. Think of a way to divide your time between your great aunt and great uncle. Perhaps you will not be able to spend as much time with either as much as you would like, but neither would he be left out. Your father delights in telling you stories of his travels in his youth. In one memorable tale, he tells you about a primitive island he visited, where a young child was sacrificed once a year to appease Arius, the god of fire. Whenever the natives neglected to sacrifice, the island volcano would erupt, killing hundreds of villagers. You immediately tell your father you do not believe in any such volcano god. Civilized men should intervene, find the natural cause behind the eruptions, and stop the sacrifices. The god Arius must be able to demand such sacrifices. The villagers should find some way to combat this god instead of just giving in to his demands. It is tragic that the death of one small child is preferable to that of many villagers. If it works, they should keep the tradition. Gods are not to be toyed with. Arms Master Festal introduces a new student to the class, a small, awkward boy named Tice, who does not seem to have any natural talent at all. The class is divided into 2 sides for a mock battle, and as one of the generals, you are to assign your soldiers to positions. Tice is one of your men. You decide to put Tice on the front line with the other fighters, rationalizing that in any realistic battle, he would probably be a casualty anyway, and that there must be some sacrifices. Use Tice as a scout, rationalizing that because of his small size he will probably be good at sneaking in and gathering information on the enemy. Assign Tice at several posts during the course of the battle, staying near and helping him so he can gain valuable experience and improve.